Hey, I'm here with Mike, and he's responsible for dewey-mac Maker Mysteries. How you doing, Mike?
Very good, thank you.
Now, tell me a little bit and tell the audience a little bit about Maker Mysteries.
So, I grew up loving mystery stories when I was a kid. Hardy Boys, Encyclopedia Brown, and there's not a lot of that for kids nowadays. So I'm a third grade teacher, and I realized there's this big void in that on the literary part. But and then on the other part was I love maker stuff and wanted to find ways to introduce that into the classroom. So I decided to write a book where the main character is a detective. Throughout the book, he makes spy gadgets, and then at the end of the book, it tells you how to make them all. So really simple but fun, entry-level kind of maker gadgets.
Oh, that's great. Anytime you can get a small child or a student to start making stuff, it really broadens the imagination. It looks like you've got some examples here. Tell me, you've got a Darth Vader Mr. Potato Head? What else do you got here?
So this is a lie detector. So the way the lie detector works is when you're touching these two paper clips, it emits a sound. If you start to lie, that pitch increases.
Well, here, wait. Before we do this, let's see. Is it making a sound? Yeah. I don't know. Where's the speaker at?
Right,
okay, there.
Right in his badonkadonk.
Okay. So this means you're lying, right?
My name is not Mike. I'm not a teacher. I'm actually an accountant named Jim. Yes, I've been lying this whole time.
Well, as far as the book goes, is the book meant for kids to use as an instruction booklet for making things, or does the story survive on its own without having to make something?
I want it to exist in both ways. So I really worked a long time on the story. So it wasn't just like the story was the way to get to the gadgets and it was just what you had to read or maybe you didn't even read. I've been into making for a long time, but the past 4 years I really got into writing. I was into writing, but kind of more, ramped it up and kid-lit writing especially. And, I think it's a good story that really does stand on its own, but the spy gadgets just is like, icing on the cake, an extra bonus.
Everybody loves spy gadgets. I like spy gadgets. I remember playing with stuff like this as a kid. I remember buying this pretend spy tech, right? I'd get the earphones with the boom microphone and try to get out there. One of the things that I worry about, and I have to ask you about, so any of the stuff that you want kids to build, is it easy, and do you provide a way for them to acquire the parts needed?
So all the gadgets are rated on, the main character is a big fan of ham, so everything's rated on a ham scale. One ham is going to be an easier project, so if you're kind of just getting into the world of making, that's a good place to start. A 3-ham project is going to be a little harder, by no means challenging for like a older elementary school or middle school aged kid, but maybe do a 1 or 2-ham project and then start with end with your 3-ham project. And the main thing, one of the other goals was I wanted everything to be easy to acquire. I didn't want it to be like the kind of thing where you read the book, you thought it was great, but you have to go online and spend $60 and wait 2 weeks to make the gadgets. So a lot of the parts are going to be parts that you can find lying around the house, pencils, paper clips, tape, some hot glue, and with all those things, it's stuck, but you can make your own. You too can get stuck. Make your own claw blaster. So something like this is a perfect example of that idea. If you look at all the parts, paper, these are paper clips. We have pencils, dental floss, clothespins, really common items. So like if you read the book, and this is on the front cover, so I wanted to kind of be like the lightsaber in Star Wars, like the main gadget. You could just go home and make your own immediately, without having to go to the store and spend a lot of money or, jump online with a credit card, and hopefully you can get the stuff and it arrives in 2 weeks. Most kids can find a lot of these parts in their house. So that was the goal. That's
a great goal. And this is a great book, a great series. I think it should do well, and I wish you all the success in the world. I hope this does really well.
Thank you, Joel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, take care. Hey, thanks for joining us, Mike. Again, right there. Mike, as always, no. High five.